oh, we have no plastic covering on our packages now, probably due to ESG or something, but you could just fiddle around with the head in the package and probably pop it off in the package if you really wanted to, but yeah.
What is up, everybody? Nick Legostava here, and in this video I'm going to be comparing and reviewing Transformers Studio Series 86 Arcee and Transformers Earthrise Arcee, Transformers Kingdom Arcee, which was literally just a repackage of it. So we've had many Arcees. There are 4 different Arcees in the store right now. I saw 4 different Arcee figures in the store at the same time. I'm not joking. There was the Prime whatever Legacy Arcee, there was some Cyberverse Arcee, there was this Arcee, and then there was something else. It was another Arcee, Red maybe or something. There are too many Arcees right now. It's literally insane how many Arcee figures. Oh wait, no, it was the other Bumblebee movie Arcee. That's what it was, because it was at Target. But if you're at Walmart, you can see 5 different Arcees at the same time, so whatever. So I will be comparing these 3 in both modes and talking about how they've actually kind of just recycled this design from another Arcee figure, and then they're literally like less than a year they're having another Arcee, just another G1 style Arcee, albeit. So here we go. Without any further ado, let's get into it. This is going to be kind of a rant, kind of a back and forth on this. So the other Arcee from Earthrise / Kingdom, this one just has 3D print kit on it. I did a separate video comparing those two when they re-released the Earthrise one in Kingdom packaging. How lazy is that? I just hate when they do that. I just wish they would re-release more in the original packaging instead of taking up another spot in another line. I've reiterated that over and over and over and over again. But you can see this figure right here with this gigantic piece of back kibble popped off that's a sled or whatever. And then these 3D printed parts that fill in those awful gaps in the corner. You could see the Studio Series 86 version right here is the Generations mold largely, but it does have some reworked parts, and I will show a picture of the Generations one later in the video. But you only get one of the accessories with it, as I drop the freaking Kingdom one in the back. Oh boy, this is gonna be a wild one, folks. I might have a meltdown. You may never know. But there is the Generations one right there. So you can see the hips are thinner. It used to have thicker hips, and it also used to have this dumb, just random black color thrown in that just looked awful on it, so I'm glad I never bought that one. But there was a Legends version of that had more accurate colors, so this is even better than the Legends version, because they've even went through and they've remolded some of the parts. As my camera just doesn't want to focus and it wants to play with the exposure and then play with me, and I don't like that. And oh boy, here. So this figure, this was $20 when it was released. This is $25, probably $26 in some places when it's released. And this has some more problems because I got some QC issues with mine, as we can see right here. This does not like to stay tabbed in whatsoever. You're just relying on that hinge to kind of hold that in place. But if you pick up this figure, things happen, okay? Ab crunches happen like that. That's not supposed to be like that. Those tabs should have been infinitely better. I don't know if this was a problem on the Generations one, but if it was, and this problem is still here, even though they did other remolding, why could they have not remolded that freaking peg to be better? Okay, that's garbage. So that's just a hope and a prayer right there that stays in it all. And then up here with the head, this very easily pops out, and you can have the head doing this, and it just accordions just like that. There you go, there's Arcee. Oh boy. So we're not going to get into transformation just yet. There's still a lot of stuff I got to compare it to the other one. So the other one can probably be found online for a lot cheaper than $20 at this point, because they made so many of them, and I saw them shelf forming both the Earthrise and the Kingdom ones at one point of this version right here, which was literally just the shelf former. And you want to know how I can show you that this is a shelf former? This is a 3D printed piece on the back here where I just popped a pin out, and then the car mode can be completely separate from that one. That's what I did with that. I was going to make a 3D print upgrade kit for the back of this to actually have taillights and not just have this dumbass hollow space there that's pretty much still there, even if Arcee's folded up inside there. So yeah, that is now something I probably won't waste my time doing, because I now have this, and we're going to see what the back end of this looks like compared to this in a minute here. But we're going to continue on here. So do we have ankle tilt? Yes. I don't know if that was part of the original Generations one. This right here, of course, it has the ankle tilt as well. This right here looks like it would have wrist rotation. It does not have wrist rotation, but guess what? The Kingdom and Earthrise one didn't have it either. And you had these weird kind of flat panels on the arm. You no longer have that. You now have these sleek, thin, feminine arms for Arcee. The coloration here is better, and also the chest is now no longer just painted, it's two separate pieces. So you have the white part at the bottom, you have the pink part up top, and then the Autobot symbol. The Autobot symbol is better on the other Arcee there. The new one is muddy. Please focus on the fucking thing that I'm doing right in front of me, camera, please. I'm trying to do a comparison here. But also, I will probably make another 3D print kit right here, because I think that's where Arcee's swords went, but those are no longer here, so why they didn't just remold that piece up front there too, I don't know. I am not aware of why they didn't do that. But yes, we just have those random holes up top now that we're just supposed to ignore. And, but hey, it's better than trying to look at these two hollow bits up top there before the freaking 3D print pieces right there on there. Frustrations. So, they release constantly figures that are just slightly better than their other figures, and they want you to run out and buy it. If you already have that, is this worth getting it? If you want to have maybe this one in vehicle mode, maybe separate from this one, maybe you could do something like that. But I used to buy 3 different Transformers of the same figure because I was stupid. I was going to collect the Masterpiece, but then I saw that the main line was doing pretty good. So then I was like, okay, I'll get 3 of each figure. 1 new in box, 1 in each mode, robot mode and vehicle mode. But that was stupid. And also, the economy is garbage right now, and everything costs way too much. So no, I can't be doing that no more. But I've also learned my lesson, because as the more you wait, the more they just release something that's very close to something that was already out, that's a slight improvement, and they're going to continually do this over and over again. But another thing to note is, this back kibble would kind of hang down about like that on this, but I don't think, as far as I know, I don't think you can just pop off this extra back kibble here. Maybe? Actually, it kind of looks like you can. Yeah, you actually can. I'm a dumbass. So you can undo that, but like I said, this hinging thing right here is... calming down from that excursion there. It's very frustrating that this just doesn't stay together. I'm not even kidding. Like, your copy might be better, it might vary, but this is very frustrating that I literally just can't keep this figure together. Stay together, Arcee. Stay together. But yeah, you can pop that off of the backpack, and that can look a little bit better as I knock the camera down in my little excursion there. But yes, all in all, the feet do look better than these snowshoes that were on this one that I had ended up cutting off the other one, but that was kind of a mistake because then I needed sticky tack for it to stand up properly. I mean, on most shelves she was doing fine, but on my review station, I needed that sticky tack for that one to stand up. So, I've now compared the Arcees. What else is there? There's just a few minor differences. I mean, honestly, these are both trying to be the same character, released very close to each other. Why they didn't just do this to begin with, reworking the Generations one instead of giving us a shell former, I don't know. Probably because they're like, huh, we can get them double dip. We can do another one like freaking a year or 2 later. Or less. I mean, geez. It really seems like I saw the Kingdom one in store not long ago at all. But one of the clear pistols flew off there. I guess it's another thing I compare here. This is the same as the Generations pistol, but you don't get the other accessories. So you just get the pistol, and you got this stupid clear one with the other one. So, there's those. Move those off to the side here. And then let's see if I can transform this. I know it's probably going to cut me off here, but let's do it. Let's see if I can transform Arcee. So the front there actually makes up the front of the car instead of being a faux piece, as it's just a parts former like the other one. But a difference one that I already know from the Generations in that is this whole back piece actually forms the back of the car instead of the giant thick hips of Arcee forming the back of the car. So let's flip these out, and I probably made that flip out upside down or plugged that piece in wrong, but we will find out in the video. And then, like I said, I will compare it and have size comparisons. Oh no, I did pop that piece in correctly. Of this and the other Kingdom / Earthrise Arcee in this video. So stay tuned as I fight this. Why is that not pegging? Oh, there's a whole nother thing. Look at that. Wow, a car actually having taillights? What a concept. Yeah. But all in all, I mean, this is pretty much a better figure, but also the price is increasing to pretty much nearly Voyager price points with tax included. If you include the tax, we're almost paying Voyager prices. And most of the Voyagers nowadays are just deluxe size anyway, so Hasbro really likes to bend the wallets over with no mercy and no lube and nothing. Okay, that's what they're doing here. So these legs, how did these legs accordion in here? I will probably have to find that out on camera because it's about to cut me off, but I will have these transformed up and have size comparisons when I add the next clip. Here we have them both in vehicle mode. Like I said, this is literally just the shell disconnected from the other one. And this right here is the remold. You can now see the hips do not make up the back part. I will show you a picture here momentarily of the original Generations mold of this. And you could just see, this still is more animation accurate from most angles besides the back. That just has that garbage. But this right here, it's very close still. I mean, you can see the little gray door that's painted right there on that one. And then you can see that this up here is just part of a different mold. It's not this clear molded piece, but the shaping is a little more accurate on that. So, I mean, I bet a lot of people did get the Earthrise Arcee, but oh man, just them doing it so soon with the Studio Series 86 one and then that one. The nice thing about this though is that these are pinned wheels on there, because that was when they were still trying to do that some, but then you got the mushroom pegs in the back. This was mushroom pegs all around, but surprisingly, I mean, without her in there, that rolls pretty good. Somehow rolls better than this one. I mean, I think that we have the thighs grinding there a little bit. They don't push up enough. But yeah, that's how it transforms under there. I just had to flip that around and tuck those feet in. That's all I had to do. But yeah, you can see this does still have taillights on it though, at least. And then I guess you could maybe look at those as exhaust pipes, the friggin' ball, they're not the ball joint, but those little connections for the legs, I guess. I mean, if you really have a wild imagination there. But here is the Generations version, which was the original before they remolded it into the Studio Series 86 one. You can see how the thighs transform differently, and that's why they were also thicker in robot mode. So yeah, the car definitely looked more awkward before because it just kind of went like narrowed more towards the back, because they could only make the thighs look so like not ridiculous in robot mode, but try to Brent I can't even talk, whatever, you get what I'm saying there. So yeah, they definitely have improved the Generations figure, but that's just what they should have did to begin with. Like them doing this crappy Earthrise shell former one, and then them giving us this. I mean, look at this. Also, this Autobot symbol is slightly off kilter. You can probably even notice that on camera. That's kind of pissing me off now that I noticed it for the first time right now. That's kind of infuriating. But let's get into some vehicle size comparisons. Then I'll get them back in robot mode and mention some other things, and then do some size comparisons as well. So there we have Studio Series 86. Voyager Hot Rod right there, and then we have Cup, and then we have Smokescreen. This is what they're kind of looking like right there. I mean, the vehicles of these two, this one's a little bit, it's a tight bit longer and a bit narrower. By a bit narrower, I mean narrower in some spots. So yeah, pretty similar sizing. So there's that. There's what that fleet looks like, and like I said, I will get it back in robot mode for size comparisons for that, and to show you the transformation back into robot mode. But yes, there's some size comparisons there. Let's do one more thing I wanted to check out. Here is Rodimus Prime's Kingdoms trailer. Oh, I have this other junk back here. Let's flip that out. And will Arcee fit in the trailer for some nighttime activities with Rodimus? Yes, plenty of space. There you go. And also, will Rodimus fit in Rodimus trailer? You're gonna find out in that review if I ever do that, even though it's like months late because I wanted to wait for a cheaper price on Rodimus. I didn't want to pay Commander class. Yes. Okay, so back into robot mode. Like I said, down here, let's start with the legs. This was what I was missing before. That just waist swivel had to swivel around. I don't know if the Generations one had waist swivel. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Someone tell me in the comments. I'm never going to get that figure, of course. Be a complete waste of my money and energy and time. I do hope that they do remold this into, what's her face? The Ninja. It'll come to me. I don't know. Come on, untab up there, untab. You want to tab in up there really well, but you don't want to tab into robot mode very well, do you? So we got the ball joints at the shoulders. Flip them around there. And this is supposed to tab in well here, but it really just does not. It's just kind of abysmal in the way that, and then it just wants to, you know what, we're going to pop this piece off so it doesn't fight me and get in the way. Alright. Then we got a hinge. Oh my god, this this accordion stuff that doesn't even clip in just pisses me off. I want to throw this figure across the room right now, even though it's pretty good, but it's really pissing me off and testing my limits right now. Okay. So also, is that naturally how it's supposed to be? Is the backpack supposed to be pushed that far back, or am I stupid? Because every single time I keep trying to push it down, it just untabs the chest. So I guess that's just what we're supposed to be right there, because I think this originally the swords or something tucked back there, but we no longer have those swords unless they were tucked in some little cardboard paper that I didn't see in the box, hidden in the back of the box, which I don't think so, because I just saw the pistol and that's it. So yeah, I guess this don't even transform into a sled anymore. That's just, hey, if you want to pop that off, there you go. There's a body kit for the car that you just pop off. And then, in robot mode, we have Hot Rod as well, right there in robot mode. And then we have Springer in his robot mode, right there with most of the battle damage removed that I could without messing him up too much. So there you go, there's them. And you know what, I freaking forgot to show a size comparison. I meant to show this in vehicle mode, but whatever, we're too late for that. So yeah, that looks pretty good. I mean, like I said, it's not that much taller. Also, another major thing to note is the face does just have what Earthrise should have had. It had this blank dog crap face. I mean, that just obviously looked awful. And then I tried to just Sharpie the lips there to make it look a little better. It looked fine for a while, but I think I accidentally touched the face once and I kind of smudged the face, so whatever. But yeah, the height is really just maybe a freaking millimeter or so off. This camera used to autofocus, but now it don't. It just pisses me off. My phone's about to run. Well, my phone running out of storage gave me the chance to get some more size comparisons, I guess. But there's the Ninja compared to, I hope they did a Legends version of this generation's mold, the original one before they changed the thighs and did all that, to make the Ninja. So, will we see that happen again in selects? Only time will tell. But there's that. Also, I just like how I have this Siege one armed up just to the gills. I don't know why, that just looks awesome to me on the shelf. But all in all, is it better than Earthrise and Kingdom? In short, yes, but it pisses me off at the same time because they've just done it so close to this being in store, as well as there's legitimately 4 to 5 different RC figures in the store at the same time right now. I'm not even kidding. I wish I took a picture of it when I was at Target. They didn't have the 5 there because they don't have the red line there, but the red line has the other, like, non-transformable RC that's the blue one or whatever, from whatever series that was from, I think Prime or something. So yeah, there you go. There's some size comparisons. I also threw in Rodimus Prime there. So there you go. That's my thoughts on this figure. It infuriates me, but it's decent at the same time, and also just the QC issues just making it more frustrating because you're just paying more for less. The packaging is crappier. So all in all, if you already have this and this satisfies you for RC, I mean, do you really need this? You know, I guess if you're pining for more RC or a maybe slightly better RC, here you go. But like I said, that Autobot symbol, I don't know why it looks so muddy, but then this one looks so good. Let's get in close on that before I wrap this video up. Look at that. It's just so more, you can just see it so much better. They probably just used their old Tampagraphs when they had this mold, so I guess that's what happened there. But all in all, I wanted to do one more thing here, as the other phone I had over here fell off there. I'll just leave you looking at that for a second here. Oh wait, this phone already died because this phone is absolute garbage and dies literally within under a minute of not being plugged in because it's garbage. I hate Apple so much. I'm glad that I don't have it anymore. So there you go. Have a great one. If you're new, watch the videos. Decide if you want to subscribe. If you're already subscribed, thank you very much. Please be sure to drop a like, drop comments. I'll read them all. Peace. Bye-bye. And also, earlier in the video when I was ranting, I actually meant to say that this one is more animation accurate than this one. This one is more boxy and kind of wider in the center mass. It's more swoopy like that. So this is just, it's better in both modes, more animation accurate. I'm flustered with this figure because it doesn't tab in well, and that makes me mad. This one's a better transformer, this one's a shell former, but they're both kind of shell formers. That summed up the whole video in 5 seconds.